right. Hello. It might sound a little weird right now. That is because I am using my um, like webcam mic for this. So I've left my AirPods somewhere, which was my typical mic. So I hope it sounds all right, at least decent enough. It might be a little low. I'm unsure. So I'm working more on where are we? Will it be uh, Hall Pass Hero, Hall Pass Hero, Hall Pass Hero, Hall Pass Hero, Hall Pass Hero? Where are you? Boom. Okay, so I'm working more on Hall Pass Hero. And last time, my goal was to figure out the best way to store data into. Wait, actually, what was I doing? Hold on. Generate user JWT. Oh, I was dealing with Auth last time. Why was I doing that? I don't know. I'm kind of jumping around a lot on this project. But the goal is to get Ostrich DB running and start interacting with it. So I might have to make a new tool or a new library package. To do that, I am unsure though. I am unsure. So what do I want to do here? It's about 6 in the morning. And I just want to do a little programming before I start my busy day today. Check if roster exists. All right, let's try to interact with Ostrich DB. So how it would work is our script would run in yeah, like that, perfect. So our script would run in oh wait, rewrite. We're just in Hall Pass Hero, so we need to go into rewrite. Yeah, into rewrite to source rewrite. Ostrich DB source Ostrich DB. Where is it? Open Ostrich DB. Dot slash scripts local. Okay. So that starts the server for Ostrich DB. Creates all of our stuff. So now the server's running, we could make requests over it over certain routes. So our first goal would be to first have the user of Hall Pass Hero essentially create their endpoints. So there's a few things we need. We need auth. That's why I was working on auth. Okay. Yeah, we need auth. Okay, that makes sense. I completely forgot why I was doing that. So we'll need auth before any of these requests, any request that the user makes actually go through and get validated. And then after that, it should be pretty straightforward. So I left off doing something. Run main. I could just run this Python script in another thread, but then how would we take that? Oh, what was I? I don't remember. Man, I am all over the place with this project. So I have a Python script that I had AI create for me a while ago. It's a little outdated for some of the stuff that I was using for it, but whatever. It's a test script running example. Um, we could use this and store it somewhere. We could do that. Auth token. We have to send that to Odin. And the other option was me doing something. I don't even remember what the hell I was doing here. Be ready to encode it. Payload generate user JWT. I am printing the JSON string for each one. Okay, we should make a string builder or use a string builder now. JSON string builder. All right, let's see how this works on this side. Encode the header and then encode the payload. And then we add them together in this format. Fake signature. I guess we can keep something like that. I should what do I want to print here? Base 64 URL. Okay. Now, does Odin have that, or do we have to sanitize it ourselves? There is a decoding for this. I should see base 64. Encoding base 64. Padding, decode, encode, base 64. Is there a URL specific one? Encode into. Encode table. Encode. Okay, so but it takes bytes. So that's where I was at. It needs to take our data. So we shouldn't be using our map. We should be making our JSON string to a string, and then we can convert that to bytes in this procedure, or use it in here, and then see what we get. So what is... Alright, okay, it's starting to come back to me. So that's where this shit was coming from. Missing return statement. Okay. So right. Marshall. assign value. Oh, okay. I think I understand. So we can't do this, so it has to be that way. No, there's nothing for it. Okay. Marshall returns the JSON encoding for Z. Marshall traverses the value V recursively if an encountered value implements Marshall. That's a little excessive. Give me something simple. Okay, they have a struct name string and the output into the. I don't care about that. Let's ask cloud. Explain JSON Marshall thing to me. I am using Odin. Process of converting an Odin data structure like struct, yep, okay, into JSON format and unmarshalling is the reverse, right? Which is what I'm trying to do. So why am I only getting the key and not the value? So you have a struct named person, Marshall, person. Oh, we're not assigning. Okay. Okay. So I am using a map string and one to Marshall. Let's just give it my information here, my stuff. Okay, noting you use equal to map literal to for map literal assignments. Not wait, it says Odin you use equals for map literal assignments, not equals. What? Okay, that doesn't matter. Am I tripping? No, I'm fine. That okay, that's incorrect, I guess. Or it's correct, but it's not. No need to tell me that. Okay, payload JSON. Wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, I am just. I see. I see. That's why. That is why. So I don't need to do this. I just need to do payload. Marshall error payload JSON. Oops. Redeclaration of payload JSON and scope. What is going on here? Okay. Payload JSON stir. Conversational. Okay, I was just doing it. I don't know why I was doing the for loop there. Okay, and let's do the same thing for header. And I think this return. Um, error type. We'll call this just kind of need this, so it's critical. And then that's what else? Okay, and then we are supposed to be returning a string. And the same thing for now. I'll clean it up in a moment, momentarily. All right, so now we want to combine them, yes, into a format like this. So um, um, actually, we want it to be a specific format. So I might actually just do pt.3. Signature, and then we'll do header JSON. Okay, so we want to return JWT. Okay, and now we just want to encode JWT. So um, oh, it must be bytes. That's right. So we can use transmute. I think it's transmute data to U8, I think, or U8 transmitting data. I think that is cool. Okay, that should be straight then. And we'll call it, I wonder if this matters. Oh, I'm going to make a copy. I know. So do I need to make an actual? Let's try it out. Let's do. So what do we have here? We have make user credential, get user credential. So that's for the input. Please enter your what you call. Okay, so we can go to main.odin and my mini loop. Actually, so there is a flag in Odin called init that I read about, and it runs the compiler runs that code first before main if you add that attribute. So if we do run login, and then at init, I think. Let's see, go back to Odin. What are we looking for? We're looking for the overview, and I think init. At init, yeah, right here. Attribute may be applied to any procedure that neither takes that's fine. Takes any parameters nor returns a value. All suitable procedures marked in this way by init will then be called at the start of the program before main. So why unknown attribute init? Oh, okay. So we need to just get user credential. Let's run login. JWT needs our first name, last name, and email. So let's do first name, last name, email. Okay, and then that will then, this does return user credential. Wait a minute. I just thought about this. Every time we call this, we create a new struct, so that data is lost from the previous entry. So can no, how the fuck am I gonna do this? Shit. think as opposed to doing this here, we pass it in. Like that. And we just create one at the start. And then we pass in user creds. Type pointer. All right. Now this returns user pointer to user cred. It should return a pointer to it. I don't think. In fact, it shouldn't return anything like this anymore. Right? So it should just return an error. I think I can try that out now. And so after this, I want to test. I want to see what. I can see that print. And, I want to see what that does. So now I'm curious. Since this already has init in it, I shouldn't need to. Will be called at the start of the program. So I don't actually need to call it. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, great. We're cooking with gas now. So I don't even need to. That's beautiful. It just calls it for you. Nice. Now it is an order based. Now this is the part about this that's can get a little out of hand. Is the exact order in which all initialization functions are called is deterministic and hence reliable. The order is determined by a topological sort of the import graph, and then in alphabetical file order with the package within the package, and then top down within the file. So the order is very important. Luckily, we have this in Auth. So at some point, I might need to change the file name, but Auth is good. It's A. So for now, I think we're okay. Okay, so we run the login, right? Now, when we generate our JWT, so long as the user enters everything correctly every time, we generate our token. And then our token can then be sent to being coded, and then that can be sent to Ostrich via a curl post request or something. So like so let's just log in, generate, and this takes in. Oh shit! This needs to take in a. User cred struct. All right. a string, so JWT is equal to whatever that returns. This also returns an error if I'm not mistaken. If JWT error not equal if JWT error dot type does not equal none, do return. Oh, we can't return anything here. Shit. All right, so we generate that, and now let's try to let's do fmt.println JWT, and then let's try encode JWT and fmt println. This returns something, right? It returns string. Okay, let's see what we get, folks. Let's see what it looks like. Parameter. Oh, here. Okay, Marshall Burns some email at email.com. Okay, there we go. It does have, I don't know if this is what it's supposed to be. So let's copy this. That's our JWT the first time. Okay, and then let's try it again. The same exact thing. Oh, damn it. Let's run it again. So everything was lowercase. And some email at email.com. And it looks like it should be the same thing. Nope, it's definitely different. No. 25. I'm going to use like a string comparer online. There it is. I see the difference. It starts right here. Which is interesting. We're getting closer though. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. There's some stuff in between that's wrong. I will try one more time to see. All lowercase, Marshall Burns, some email at email.com. Yeah, this one's very different. Okay, getting closer, but we're not getting the same token. Now, then again, is a token the same? Is it? Let me see. Let's ask Claude. since we're here. Are JWT tokens meant to be the same? No, JWT should not be. Okay, perfect. Not be the same every time for a user and his wallet security issues. Oh, well, hell yeah. Fucking right, man. Fucking sounds good to me. Okay, so we have created our basic. Oh, now, here's the thing. So the next step would be to send this that string value or use that string value. Where is it? Our encoded JWT needs to be sent over to the server before a request is made. Okay, so long as the session is running, so long as the session is running here, this token is valid. So we need to have the server running for Ostrich DB. We need to send over our JWT to the sorry. Yeah, we need to send that over using curl. So I'm going to go to the repo for the CLI. I don't think I use curl in here at all. Docker file. Okay. All right. Cool. So this is fine. We can get rid of that now. Yeah, I don't care about that. And yes, okay, get rid of that. And I don't think I need this, but I'll keep that there for now. Same with that one. Okay, make that. All right. Okay. Okay, I have to think about this. So I need to send that over. Okay. Um, the problem I'm having is how do we get both running to where we can also have the user input from the CLI while the server's running? We can run on another thread, but then how would I send data to and from? Shit, I don't know. Okay. Well, some progress has been made today. I just need to think more about how the fuck I'm gonna do this. Send JWT payload. So I need to send that over. Now, what is the route for um, for this though? Uh, okay, hold on. So do I have? Did I? This is an OpenOstrichDB is a little out of date of the actual real build, like in production. So um, shit. Hold on. So this would actually be happening in handlers. So we could look at secure collection. No, not worried about that right now. Handle get request. Okay, project context. User authenticate. Okay, require authentication. Require authentication 181. Extract user from. Oh, that, you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Is there anything special I need to have in this? Oh, perfect. Actually, there's an example right here. Okay, so curl -h authorization bearer JWT through the. This is just an example route. Now, we don't have an auth or login route in the OstrichDB, but a user will need to access. They have a project scope. So let's try this out. Actually, I'm curious how I want to do how this is going to even freaking work. Uh, so we'll have to do something like, hold on, curl h. Hold on. Now I think this needs a C string, right? Um, let's see. This has to be a C string, so we can do what is it? Strings dot to C string. Oh, it takes in a builder. Pins a trailing no byte after the end of the current builder byte buffer, and then cast it to a C string. I could do new. Um, hold on. Where was that at? What was that the parser? It had to be the parser. All tests now passing. No, it's not the parser. Projects. I'm looking for some old code that I had. I actually wrote it in one of my videos. A couple of my videos I was working on it. I don't remember. It was basically to parse the um, like a query. Queries. Here we go. Queries. That's what it was. Parse a query. And I used a string builder here. Okay. Where to string to build. Okay. Path string builder equals strings dot builder dot make. So it's strings builder equals string dot builder dot underscore make. Okay, and then we just write string to the thing. So and ours is going to be B. Hold on. Actually, no, we don't need to do that. We just need to pass this a builder. So this is fine. Okay, and then we can just do this returns RC string. So shipment C stir. Okay, let's try that out. Send JWT payload. Now the route I am uncertain. I guess we can try to make a route. So JWT is going to be encoded JWT, right? No, encoded. Yeah. Okay. Encoded JWT, and then I don't know. HTTP : / localhost 8042 shit. Oh boy, where was I at? I need to go to the router again. All right, so to get the user stuff, I guess it's just a slash projects. Let me see. I think it's in the JavaScript thing, right? Yeah. API v1 slash projects. Let's try that and see what happens. So server's running. Marshall earns some email at email.com. Should I not have seen? You know what? Another option would be to actually just use like Postman or something. Like a post request using the JWT. So the session's still going, so this should be valid. I don't want to do that on stream or while I'm recording, so let's do a post request and let's try to create a project. And then auth, we will use a bearer token and use that, and let's see, invalid JWT. Okay. I'm going to see why that is. It did send a request to the server, so our token is invalid. Why it's invalid, I don't know. I will try one more thing. I might have taken like some white space or something. Let's try this one more time. Okay, invalid token. Let's ask Claude real quick because I don't know too much about this. Invalid token. Structure which my form structure has had 3 parts separated by dots. Your token appears to have issue with the separation. Oh, okay, so it's pretty important on what you have here. I see. All right, I will give it this whole procedure, and that should help it. About 30 something lines, that should be all right. Major issues, missing base. Okay. Yes, I forgot this one too. Okay, as a standard encoding, but JWTs require base 64 URL encoding. which is different. Okay, so no padding. URL encoding. Is that a option? Padding. Okay, this might be a good stopping point. I can deal with padding shit. There's no URL encoding, but there is a padding constant. All right. Yeah, this is a good stopping point. I can continue working on this later. Hopefully my voice was coming through clear and not too much background noise was. Made some decent progress. We at least are creating a JWT now, and now it's just a matter of actually sending it over to OstrichDB, which we're very close to doing. Once that's done, making sure the route or making sure the JWT is being sent over at the correct time for auth, because every operation OstrichDB you're getting authenticated. So making some good progress. Thanks for watching. Peace.